I want to go over the Tradestation 10 setup, Tradestation 9.1 as well. And this will be the same multi-charts for the new copper setup. Originally, we only have this one copper breakout strategy. Pretty good strategy. We wanted to improve the average trade profit. This is what it looks like going back to 2008. And it's jumping around a little bit on me today. So here are the results of this strategy without slippage and commission. I'll be adding those in the portfolio calculator. I like to look at both variations with and without slippage and commission. And so here it is, $60 average trade profit, $19.90 net profit as a percentage of drawdown. And we want to boost that. It's a little small. And so we have a update here, copper breakout 2022. It has a limit order. It also has one additional proprietary rule, and we are looking at 2404, boost of average trade profit of $15. We're not requiring the limit order to trade through. If you require the limit order to trade through, this will go down, but your slippage would also go down. You will end up missing some winning trades if you wait for your limit orders to be filled. And so this is what we like about this strategy, a boost in average trade profit, a recent equity curve peak. What I really like is the home run version though. Here is the setup for that, and you can see here what this looks like. The average trade profit is over $375 in the last 12 months. And so you can see there's some big years. Copper continues to move higher. These commodities are going into a bull market. The price levels are higher. I think the opportunity is greater. And you can see how it has done. With the average trade profit on this, we let these strategies run a little longer. On the original copper breakout, it gets out at the end of the session. By the end of the session or within a few hours of the initial trade, but on this one it will hold over the session and over the weekend. And so you can see that set up here. How you have these big trades right here. I wanted to we saw this trade here on the copper breakout. We got out on a small gain and said, what can we do to capture these big moves if copper goes into a massive bull run? And you can see some of these bigger trades here. So while longer term, the average trade profit is not higher than our version that gets out at the end of the day, over the past year, the average trade profit is much higher, 370 versus 75 before slippage and commission. So something to consider if you want to give yourself an opportunity to capture home runs, you can do that. And if you are bearish copper or want to take the short trade as well, I also have copper short. And this is what copper short looks like. Have to give this one more room. It is it has a $1,100 profit target, $1,200 stop loss, $76.75 drawdown, $160 average trade profit, testing back to 2008. Pretty good equity curve, and even better since 2017. This market has become more tradable in recent years than it was in previous years, in my opinion, based on the level of interest and the ranges in these markets as they pick up. So we have 4 total strategies here that can be traded, and this is in the Tradestation 10 setup. One more thing I want to show you. These are all on exchange time. They all trade 60-minute charts. These need to be changed to the front month at HGZ21 is December copper, which would be in order to automate it, you have to do that. This is going back to 2008. You don't have to go back to 2008 to automate it. You can go past maybe 3 to 7 months with at HGZ21, and then when that rolls, you have to obviously update that front month. But right now, the front month is December. I'm going to go over the inputs real quick on these. So if you look at the original copper breakout strategy, contracts, max daily entry, start time, finish time, stop loss, and profit target, which is set to false, is the $400. Now I'm going to show you the new Capstone Copper Breakout 2022, then the home run version, then the short version, so you can look at the input settings. I've done this now on the second chart, Copper Breakout 2022. You see limit entry points. You have the opportunity to buy on a close minus limit entry points, and we use 0 by default. Then you see start time, finish time, stop loss, profit target. Use the time exit. This was in the code, just fixed in the code. Now you can set it to true or false, change the exit time. When it equals that exit time, it will exit. And then the home run exit, which you'll see in the third chart, is set to false. If we set this to true, it won't use the exit time. And so home run gives us another opportunity, and I'll show you that in the third chart right here. I'm going to pause the video and set that up. So here is the home run version. Same strategy, Capstone Copper Breakout 2022. And if you scroll down, contracts, max daily entries, limit entry points, same inputs. You expand the entry a little bit, start time and finish time. You're holding it a little longer. You have a stop loss at 300 or 400 or 700. I'm using 300 here. False on the profit target, you could experiment with that. And we turn off the exit time. If this home run exit is true, use time exit will not work. And then home run hold, this means that it will exit the trade at 2200 if the profit is less than $100. So if it's negative or less than 100, it's going to go ahead and exit at the exit time here. If not, if the profit is greater than 100 at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 2200, then it's going to use a trailing stop loss of 2000, a break even of 1000. I haven't optimized those, I just use those. General parameters, you could also turn on the Friday exit, so maybe you don't exit each day, but maybe you want to exit before the weekend. So you could turn on the Friday exit, and it should not get back in on Friday if you exit at 1600, because it won't enter a trade until 1600 to 2300. So something actually to watch on that. So that is the Copper Breakout 2022 with the home run setup. Now on the short side, I'm going to show you the short setup. It's a different easy language file, and so I'm going to show you the setup for the short side next, the fourth and final chart. So here we are, Copper Short 2022, and it has a $1,200 stop loss, $1,100 profit target. You know, it exits at 1600 based on a certain condition. This isn't a time exit where it will exit every time. Basically, if it's moving in an uptrend, it will stay with the position. If it's in a downtrend, it will get out at 1600, and Friday exit is set to false. So you can insert easy language to do additional exits if you want to set that time exit to false and say if time is equal to 1600, then exit this trade, buy to cover next part market. So those are some of the things you could do with this setup to customize it if you want to get out every day. Otherwise, these are the default settings as we go into 2022. Looking forward to that in a couple of months. It's the end of October, and we're doing our end of year research, working on the best strategies for 2022.